Federico Bernardi died just one day after his wife, Beatrice, leaving behind 4 offspring. Their teenage son, Rocco, who was already mourning the loss of his mother, now had to deal with being the one to find his father. Enzo, who's the oldest, said his goodbyes to his roommate and comedian friend Dan Dang, because now Enzo had to move back home to take care of his siblings. There's Alessia, who's the youngest. Bella, the one that's helping Alessia with her homework. And of course, Rocco, who, although isn't the oldest sibling, he is the one who his parents expected to carry on the family name. The wealth of the Bernardis goes back several generations, and it continues to be passed down and cared for typically by the eldest son. But in this case, Federico and Beatrice, they didn't care at all about the dream of becoming a musician that Enzo had. They felt it was a selfish dream, which is why Enzo had moved out right after high school to perfect his craft. Enzo imagined his parents passing away as one last effort by them to make sure that he focused instead on being the caretaker of the Bernardi name and legacy. But he's still working at it, and he has no interest in assuming a parental role. He's not even much older than his siblings are. So Rocco feels like he's the leader. He does happen to be in the future leaders of the Commonwealth. Bella is doing her best imitation of her mother, who was a supreme homemaker. But they've got the funds and should probably just hire a maid. At this point, the Bernardis are holding down the fort. Enzo has become even more serious about his music. What his parents saw as some self-centered pursuit, Enzo now views becoming successful with his music as his way to not just maintain the Bernardi name, but to make it grow even more. He's been doing more performances, but he's still got a lot of work to do. He and his buddy Dan Dang are devising a plan to become superstars. Back at home, Bella, Alessia, and Rocco got homework to do. Enzo is excited to tell Rocco about his plan to start him. And he's like, hey, you handle business here at home. All I need is time to focus on my music, and it'll benefit all of us. These 4 have been kept somewhat distracted from the devastating loss of both of their parents back to back. I'm sure having each other has been a great support. Having a home with a lot of things to do in it has probably contributed to the distractions also. The Bernardi Four will probably grow even stronger through this loss. Despite the distractions, despite the pressure and his newfound focus on his music, Enzo, like most of us, can't hide from his emotions. Losing a loved one to death is hard. He tries to hide from it, but sometimes when he's alone, the pain manifests. Rocco is now in full support of Enzo's music. He sees the plan clearly, and now he wants it just as much as Enzo does. Now it's becoming the plan for the whole family. Rocco wants to instill that in his sisters now. He tells Bella and Alessia, Enzo's success is our success. We've got to take on more responsibility, and our futures will be so bright, even brighter than Mom and Dad imagined for us. Alicia asks, what can I do? Rocco tells her to focus hard on school. We're going to need you to become a lawyer. Bella's like, that's awesome. What about me? Rocco says, well, all of this hard work, someone needs to make sure we're fed regularly. To which Bella responds, I hate cooking. But if that's what I need to do, I'm in. Rocco has wholeheartedly accepted his role as family head, and his parents would be proud.